Happy morning, friends. I've been asked by a couple of you to make a video on the drills that I've been using these last few months to work along with my body recomposition. If you're new here, my name is Isha Anavaz, and this is Momentarily Speaking, where we talk about metabolic health because we want to live longer and be with family and friends for a very long time. So today I want to talk to you about the different types of moves that I've been doing in my strength training that has helped me to start building muscle within my body. But before I do want to remind you that anything that I speak about today, you would need to talk to your doctor. What I'm sharing here today is what works for my body and what I've learned along the way. I was 199.5 pounds at the beginning of 2025. Currently, I'm 165 pounds, and my goal is to lose another 20 pounds. Instead of me focusing on the number on the scale, it's going to be about me taking a look at what I'm feeling my body, how I'm moving, and how I am taking in strength training and learning about different moves that are going to allow my muscles to develop. What happens a lot of times is that our body actually stalls or there's a plateau. And what I've learned from my medical advisors, which is I have two doctors that advise me. I also come from a family of medical professionals, and so I've been lucky in that sense. But what they shared with me is that when your body stalls and when you are in a plateau, it's literally your body just trying to figure out what's happening, right? If you've been at a particular weight for a very long time and then all of a sudden your body is changing because you're adding strength training, or because you're eating differently, or because you're taking a GLP-1 medication, whatever the case may be, your body is so unique in the sense that it starts talking to itself. It starts seeing the differences that's happening. And a lot of times what happens is we focus on the number on the scale and we think, oh my God, I'm at this weight and I keep, doing this and that, and you start making all these changes. But sometimes it could be hormonal. Sometimes it could be that maybe you have not been adding strength training or movement, and you need to add strength training and movement. But defocus yourself from the number on the scale and focus on how can I feel my body. Because at the end of the day, what I've learned is that the food that you put in your body sends signals to your metabolic internal system. And a lot of times we have not been taught that, because especially here in the United States where I live, people are stuck on this preconceived idea that the food that we actually eat, that a lot of it is overprocessed foods, is actually food. When in reality, overprocessed foods are foods that are scientifically changed to be called food. But if you look at the ingredients that they actually have create a sense of addiction to that particular food. And it's mostly sugar. So this is why when you go to Europe or you go to other countries like Canada, and you go eat their food, you have a sense of fullness within the food that's different from what we experience here in the United States. So because of that, the idea of it's not your fault comes along, which is true. You can't help it if the environment around you is the way it is, and that's all that is in front of you. So what I've learned to do is to create habits that allow me to understand that, yeah, I cannot get rid of over-processed foods, but what can I do in my home to change how I eat and how can I prepare? But I also want you to know that this has been a slow process for me. Hence, I'm a turtle. So when I say that slow process is that before I started my weight loss journey, you guys, I thought that I had to be at the gym every day and I had to do all these, anxiety driven, type of exercises. And when I say anxiety driven, it's like when you want to lose weight, you get anxiety. Like you're basically, the goal is I want to lose weight. But the fact is that you need to just relax, understand what your numbers look like, and talk to your doctor about your metabolic health. Make them. Like, I've made videos about this, but have the questions that you need to have to make your doctor be aware that you are sincerely wanting to do what it takes to change your metabolic health. And if they don't know how to explain metabolic health to you, there's a problem. So that's the first thing. So before you even get to the gym, I would really encourage you to start movement, and movement as in walking. Get acclimated with the benefits of walking. I know there's a lot of videos out there where people talk about, oh, don't do the 10,000 steps, but you need to do the Japanese walking. All that shit is shit. Like, you don't have to do 10,000. You don't have to do the Japanese walking. You just have to walk. That's in your DNA. That's in your ancestral DNA. Before there were cars, before there were, ways for you to get somewhere, there was 2 feet. And you had to walk places. Our ancestral DNA has that. So I'm going to share with you my moves, but I do want you to know that these moves have been a progressive, slow process for me. I know now that as I continue to do more sets and more movement, that progressively I increase my weight. But I started with 3 pounds, and I don't like the gym. The video that I made today is at my sister's place. They have a really nice gym, but I literally made my own gym at home, and I use a kettlebell. I wouldn't start, at the highest weight. I would start with the weight that you can handle, and only you know that. So you know what weight you can handle. But again, seek advice from your doctor. And let's go over this video, and I'll show you my moves, and I'll talk to you about the benefits of those specific moves. But I personally, just to let you know, I see the difference in my shoulders. I see the difference in my arms, my thighs. I have, fat around my thighs. I've seen it diminish. My bum has really perked up, and I'm not kidding. These are the only moves that I've been doing. Form is important. Progressively increasing your weight is important, and you want to get to the point where you can't do one more, and that's when you know that you've reached the point of like exhaustion, and then the next day you want to rest so that your body can build that muscle. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, other than having water and a kettlebell, you want to understand that when you do get hungry during your weight loss journey, you want to first grab protein, because your muscle is going to grow based on the amino acids that it has within the body. And those are, by you eating protein, it gives a message to your muscle to grow. Food is medicine, and I've been studying nutrition for a long while now, and food is key. And I know that people don't want to go there, but it is key before you even go to the gym, before you even do anything that has to do with strength training. You have to understand your food intake, how your body reacts to it. You have to be consistent with your water intake, your electrolytes, and you have to be consistent with your movement, which is walking. I dance. You want to rewire your brain, and people are so stuck on the number on the scale, and it's like, if you just use certain mechanisms such as walking or dancing like nobody's watching, like who freaking cares? You're just moving. You will see that your brain all of a sudden starts believing that, oh, I can do more. And then all of a sudden you find yourself at the gym. I'm not a gym rat, but you find yourself buying stuff to create your own gym at home, which is what I did. And now it's like, I can't go back, you guys. But I didn't get here. This didn't happen overnight. This happened through consistency. And consistency came, then confidence came. Confidence came, then progressive overload came.
In the silence of the night, she rises strong and free. A queen in her own right, embracing her destiny. No chains can hold her down, she breaks through every wall. With fire in her soul, she stands proud and tall. She's a warrior, fierce and brave, with a heart of gold she'll never cave. Empowered by her own grace, she'll conquer any space. Her voice echoes loud and clear, a symphony of power. She won't be silenced, she won't cower, for she knows her worth shines like a beacon bright, guiding others through the darkest night. She's a warrior, fierce and brave, with a heart of gold she'll never cave. Empowered by her own grace, she'll conquer any space. She's the melody of change, breaking stereotypes. With every step she takes, she ignites a revolution of love, strength, pride. In her the world sees its kind. She's a melody of change, breaking stereotypes she takes, she ignites a revolution of love, strength, and pride. She's the melody of change, breaking stereotypes.
Hey friends, so there is one thing that I wanted to tell you that I do just for my own mental health. So a lot of times between sets, I basically walk around just to, get my heart just to calm down before the next set of strength training that I'm going to do. And then I also like to jump in place. So jumping in place allows you to get your body to recognize that there is an energy that you're trying to elevate within your own metabolic system. In closing, I just wanted to let you know if there's anything that you saw in this video that helped you along the way, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you get the option to hype this video, please do. It really helps my channel, but also my desire is to get people to talk more about metabolic health, starting with simple actions that will make a change for a lifetime. So I love you, God bless, and remember, no matter what's going on in your life, you can always start today. Bye.
In the silence of the night, she rises strong and free. A queen in her